Hello and welcome to episode 76 of Tall Guy Talks Travel with Rick Doherty. Of course, I am your host, Rick Doherty. We left you off on a little bit of a cliffhanger at the end of last week's show. Marissa from Chicago had a 5-4 lead over Sarah Says in our Battle of Disney Trivia. Today we'll find out who's going to win the contest. The celebration will be short-lived, however, because next up for the winner will be a matchup against me in a future game of Disney Trivia hosted by the loser. We've had a lot of fun with this rivalry, and I hope you're all enjoying it as well. Just a few things before we get started with the second half of trivia. This episode is airing for the first time on Thursday, July 14th, which is also the first day of Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival 2022. As per usual, I made sure to grab a Park Pass reservation for the first day of the festival, and I'll have a recap of the offerings in next week's show. There will also be plenty of videos on the Tall Guy Talks Travel with Rick Doherty YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe. As many of you know, I also recently returned from Ireland and my pilgrimage on the National Famine Way. I walked across Ireland to raise money and awareness in the fight against domestic violence. Please consider making a donation to CASA of Pinellas County, Florida in honor of my walk. That's casapinellas.org/walkwithrick/ or casapinellas.org/walkwithrick/. Every single dollar raised goes directly to CASA of Pinellas County with no processing fees or middlemen. Over the past 18 months, we've built a really fantastic community of people. We've truly gone a long way in erasing the stigma surrounding quote-unquote Disney adults. Yes, we like theme parks, but that's just a small part of our personalities. The regulars on this show are truly great people. Please consider a $15 donation today at casapinellas.org/walkwithrick/. On that note, I wanted to read a tweet that I saw shared on LinkedIn earlier this week. @abhashk posted, quote, 90% of podcasts don't get past episode 3. That's 1.8 million who quit. Of the 200,000 left, 90% will quit after 20 episodes. That's another 180,000 gone. To be in the top 1% of podcasts in the world, you only need to publish 21 episodes. We are right now on episode 76, and we're showing no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of the support. It really means the world to us, and we're trying to pay it forward by using our platform to raise money for causes that are important to us. All right, now back to the fun. We're picking up our Disney trivia contest with Marissa in the lead over Sarah, 5-4. Sarah is now taking control of the board in the middle of the third round. Questions are worth 3 points each. As with the last episode, if Sarah gets a question wrong, Marissa has the opportunity to steal those points with a correct answer. I tell you what, Sarah, I'm actually starting to feel really bad about one of these questions coming up in this round. The next time we're in the parks together, I think you're going to have, permission to slap me for it. I'm sorry. I just didn't know how this was going to go, all right? It's not this one, though. It's not this one.
You're going to be like, oh, I know this.
Sarah, who was the first president to record his voice for his animatronic in the Hall of Presidents at Walt Disney World?
His own voice. That's tough. I think a president's here now. A little history lesson. Was it, since he popped up earlier, was it Ronald Reagan?
It was not. Marissa, can you steal it?
I'm just gonna, was it Kennedy?
It was not, because Walt Disney World opened in 1971, and pretty famously, John F. Kennedy was not alive in 1971. It was William Jefferson Clinton.
Really? I was thinking it would be someone way before that. They
Yeah.
had the technology.
What was the name of the attraction that was originally planned to go into Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World before it was eventually scrapped for another version of Pirates of the Caribbean?
Just so you know, I'm just going to make a comment. I'm very disappointed. These are all Walt Disney World questions, Rick.
They're not.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I was about to be like, you know what?
As a matter of fact, Sarah, I didn't even think about it, but it's actually kind of weighted later that we're going to have a lot of Disneyland questions when the questions are worth more points. So maybe Marissa should be upset.
Okay, so
I think we need more like movie questions.
I know, like a broad range. We're gonna have to do a part 2, like a second one when you get back from Ireland, and we'll do like
We'll do this again. Okay, I'm sorry. I put a lot of pressure on myself already to get these questions together. We had to do it once to just get a sense of how this is going to work. We'll get into a sweet spot at some point.
Okay. So it's a ride that was going in before Pirates, but Pirates decided to come in instead. It's what I'm trying to figure out, right? Was it 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
It was not, because Walt Disney World actually did have 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea for a while. Marissa, really? Do you know this answer? I think this might be one that you might know.
I don't think it is. I mean, it's something where you say it and I'm going to go, oh yeah, duh, but it's not like in a part of my brain that I can access. So I don't know.
So here's the story very quickly. New Orleans Square exists in Disneyland because New Orleans is in the other end of the country, and they wanted to give people in California a little bit of a taste of the Caribbean. That's why they put Pirates there. The thought process was, at Walt Disney World, being in Florida and being fairly close to the Caribbean, that they would put something themed towards the West, and that was going to be Western River Expedition. But then so many people showed up to Walt Disney World and Magic Kingdom expecting to see Pirates because it was such a famous ride at Disneyland that they scrapped Western River Expedition and they put in Pirates. Sarah, here's the one. I swear, you can slap me. It's fine.
Okay. All right.
Sarah, you're going to get this one. You got this.
We got
August of next year in the middle of Diagon Alley, I'm just going to get a slap right across the face.
No, I'm just going to walk up and be like, whack.
By the way, hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Who was the first NFL player to say, I'm going to Disney World after winning the Super Bowl?
Sweet Jesus. If my husband was awake right now and down here, he would tell me this. Was it? Oh my God, I don't even know that many football players' names that aren't recent. Was it? I'm trying to think of older football players that won the Super Bowl, because it sure wasn't from the Seahawks.
That is true.
Was it? I have no idea.
Do you have a guess, Sarah?
I do not, because I know if I even try, I'm going to get all the names wrong, and all our football listening fans are never going to listen again. So
they're already yelling at you, Sarah. So anyway, Marissa, you are both sports fans. So any stereotypes that women do not like sports, that is not true with the two of you. I thought this might be one that you would know.
Well, the problem is that my sports are hockey and baseball in that order. So football has never ranked for me. So my knowledge of that is very limited and very limited to current times.
Yes.
So I'm also going to abstain from guessing because people are already yelling. They don't need to yell anymore.
Right.
It was Phil Simms from the New York Giants.
And I never would have guessed that because I am not a New York Giants fan. So I probably, I don't even know how old I was when that happened.
I realized that I was going to feel old the second I said Phil Simms, but anyway, we're going to move on to round 4. Marissa now has control of the board, and she just said that she knows hockey and baseball and not football, so she doesn't have an excuse
Uh-oh.
if she doesn't know the answer to this question. I believe she will. I think Marissa is going to know this one for one very specific reason. Until 2019, Walt Disney World played host to what Major League Baseball team for spring training at the Wide World of Sports complex, where you pick up your bibs for Run Disney events? There is a baseball stadium right across the way. It played host to spring training games until the end of the 2019 spring training schedule. Who was it? She is ready to just.
I'm so mad at myself.
Twice.
I'm gonna get slapped twice.
So my first Run Disney race was in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm trying to think about what I've seen. I'm trying to think about like systematically teams that were where they were. And I think it's a team that I don't really follow. Was it the Royals?
It was not. Sarah, do you have a guess?
My only guess would be the Rays.
It is not the Rays. It is the Atlanta Braves.
I would have never guessed.
Knew it was a team I didn't follow.
The two of you also don't drive on Walt Disney World property, so you never got caught in that Atlanta Braves post-spring training game traffic that would happen right there at Wide World of Sports, right around Hollywood Studios. So I can understand. Actually, in 2005, I went to a Braves-Mets spring training game at Walt Disney World on a vacation.
Cool.
That was pretty cool. I don't think I've ever been there during like spring training season until recently, like until after that would have happened.
All right, Marissa, when looking at Disney's Animal Kingdom from above on Google Maps, which ride turns out to be a giant hidden Mickey? There is no way you don't know this, Marissa.
I'm trying to think of like the ride layouts of like when you're riding, like which way things are moving.
I know. I'm like, I'm also trying to think because it's not like I haven't looked at maps of Animal Kingdom, but it's been like the map, not like a Google actual above map. So it's kind of distorted.
It's true.
It's a big ride.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that doesn't. I mean, is it the Safari? That's the biggest ride there.
It is not the Safari. Sarah, can you steal?
I don't know the name of it because I've never ridden it because
Then you're incorrect.
The water ride is the one I'm thinking, whatever the water ride is.
It is not Cali River Rapids. It is Expedition Everest. So
really?
I want you to think of this. Think about when you start Expedition Everest and you go on those two meaningless loops.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ears.
Really?
After we're done, look at Expedition Everest on Google Maps.
Huh. Weird. Okay.
Wow.
I thought for sure you would have known that.
I mean, I love Expedition Everest, but yeah, riding it, nothing about it feels like it could be remotely Mickey shaped. And I guess it's just
Right?
tricky because you're in the mountain.
That's what I was thinking, is like, how would we see that from Google Earth?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm like, it's, but you're in.
But what I'm telling
Yeah.
you, Marissa, is think about before you go into the mountain. That's where it creates those ears.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
All right,
That's wild.
Marissa. In the stretching room at Haunted Mansion, the quote goes, "Your cadaverous blank betrays an aura of foreboding. What is the missing word?"
Is it pallor? Your cadaverous pallor?
Sarah, you are going to have to pick up some steam here because
I'm waiting
now
for my Disneyland questions.
you are
They're
trailing
coming.
by 5. But
I know.
Marissa went first, so you now have twice as many questions to catch up here.
I'm always so mad in the stretching room that I'm not listening because I'm so tired of people talking through it, like quoting it, that I'm just sitting there stewing so I don't listen.
Yes, we already know that is something that bothers you, Sarah.
I am letting everyone know for the rest. It's going to be on my headstone when I die.
You're gonna put it in the Haunted Mansion.
Yes. I'm going to buy a plaque. Your cadaverous.
Your cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding.
Pallor. Isn't that what Marissa just said?
She got it right. That's why she has a commanding lead over you.
Oh, I thought you said, because you didn't say,
No.
oh, you got it right. You said Sarah, and I'm like, I'm guessing.
No, I said she got it right. That's why she has a commanding lead. Yes.
Obviously, I was stewing so much over the Haunted Mansion spiel that I didn't hear that part.
Okay, here we go, Sarah. Here we go. Worth 4 points. You can get right back in this thing by getting one of these next 3 questions right.
Okay.
On what day did Disney's Animal Kingdom open to the public?
Oh my God. It was in the 90s because I know I was there right before it. Oh my gosh. Can I give you I don't know the exact date. Can I give you the month and the year for half points? I know it was spring. It was 1998 was the year because I was there in 97. But I don't know the exact date. Was it April of 98?
It obviously was April of 98. I'm just trying to figure out if I can give you credit for it. This is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
The question is worth 4 points. If Marissa can name the date, you're going to split those 4 points to 2. If she can't, you're going to get all 4.
Okay.
Oh boy. No pressure though, right? Was it April 25th?
It was Earth Day, April 22nd.
Oh, I knew it was Earth Day and I
So
can't
close.
remember what day it was.
So right now, Marissa has 9 points. Sarah is coming in with 8 points.
So close.
All 4 Walt Disney World parks now have their own version of Club 33. The version at Epcot is in what World Showcase pavilion?
This is my question.
Yes, it is.
Is it is this my question? Is it somebody told me this the other day because I was talking about Club 33 about how much everyone wants to go there, and I'm like, I just want a churro in Phantom Manor.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. Is it in the American Adventure?
Sarah, you are now winning 12-9.
Oh, I'm so glad someone told me that.
Sarah, what land at Magic Kingdom doesn't have any restrooms?
What? Blasphemy. Is it He doesn't have any restrooms.
And I am looking at both of you right now, and I think Marissa is ready to steal.
I think I might know this one. Might.
I'm trying to. I know it's not Fantasyland because they have the best bathroom ever with the Tangled bathroom.
It looks nice.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree that is the best bathroom.
I was there a long time ago, though, when it was still a newer bathroom. So
that is a crowded bathroom.
Yeah, it didn't used to be, though. It didn't used to be.
Don't change the subject, Sarah. Do you have a guess?
I honestly have no idea.
Marissa, I think you're going to get this one.
Is it Liberty Square?
Liberty Square, in keeping with the theming, does not have a restroom because, of course, there wouldn't have been restrooms in colonial America. And
you know how I know this?
Get off Haunted Mansion and you got to go.
I have to go to the bathroom all the time, and I always have to go to the Tangled bathrooms before I get on Haunted Mansion. I'm always like, oh, really?
I was wondering if it was Liberty Square, but I was like, I don't know. Maybe it's hidden in there.
And now we are going into the last round of questions. Questions are worth 5 points apiece. And somehow we've gotten to this point where Marissa leads 13-12.
There better be some Disneyland questions in here, sir.
I don't know how we got so close when we are entering the last round, but somehow we did it. My fear that I was going to give somebody an advantage has definitely been quashed. Marissa, you control the board here. In what land at Disneyland Park can you find the original Club 33?
I know this question.
We have to get Marissa to Disneyland stat.
Yes, we do.
Please.
Yes, we do.
I would love that. Oh, yeah, I haven't been to Disneyland since I was a child. And when I was a child, I was not aware that Club 33 even was a thing. So I'm just going to take a stab in the dark and say Fantasyland.
Sarah, get your 5 points.
New Orleans Square.
Ah. Yeah, I forgot that was a land entirely.
I knew you were going to get the steal there, Sarah. There was no way you weren't going to get that. We looked at the door to Club 33 together the last time we were there, so I knew that was
part of me was questioning, like, is this a trick question? Like it used to be somewhere else and they moved it.
Because I said original. No, okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. I got you.
But then I was like, no, it's the OG. It's the original Club 33.
Marissa, on what day did Disney MGM Studios, now Disney's Hollywood Studios, open to the public? And my cat Cassie went to the vet this morning, so she is just howling up a storm. So if you hear her in the background, I apologize.
Oh, poor kitty. Well, I have no clue.
Sarah, do you even have an attempt to steal?
I know the year that it opened, but I don't know because it opened, I believe, in 1979.
It opened May 1st, 1989.
89, that was it. Yeah, I don't.
All right, Marissa. This is your last chance to get some points without stealing from Sarah. What was the now defunct ride that replaced Disneyland's version of the People Mover?
And it's now defunct?
It is now defunct. The Disneyland People Mover is now just
nothing.
A gutted shell.
The ride that replaced the People Mover in Disneyland?
It's the ride that replaced the People Mover in Disneyland, and that ride is also now defunct.
Oh gosh. When did it go defunct?
Like
It's been a long
2
time.
years after they tried it.
Oh,
Did not last long.
I'm trying to think, like, would I have even been there?
Oh, no. You wouldn't have. It's almost one of those things that is now just infamous for being a bad Disney decision. That's the only
good.
reason you would know this.
It wasn't a gondola system, was it?
It was not.
That used to have a gondola system.
They
but now it
did
wasn't
used
that.
to have one, but that is not it. Sarah, get your 5 points.
It is rocket rods.
Okay, what was rocket rods?
So it literally was like a high speed, like car that rode around the track of the People Mover.
Oh my God.
But it broke down all the time. I remember me and my mom waited in line for like 2 hours to ride it. I think I rode it twice in the time that it was there, but it was always broken. The track couldn't handle it. It was, yeah.
It
So
now has destroyed the track for the People Mover, so they can't even put the People Mover back in there.
Wow.
It's bad.
bad.
There are a lot of problems with Disneyland's Tomorrowland. All right, Sarah, this is all you have to do is keep Marissa from stealing, and you get the win here.
Okay.
There is a basketball court inside which Disneyland ride?
The Matterhorn.
Okay, I did know that one. I know I have some Disneyland knowledge, limited, but some.
Sarah, if you get this question right, Marissa cannot win the game. And I am making an executive decision, and I'm going to switch the last 2 questions because I think you might know the next one, but I'm going to try to keep this a competition for as long as possible.
That's fine. Let's do this.
In Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Judge Doom lowers a cartoon shoe into the dip that is the only thing able to kill Toons. The shoe squeaks and screeches and is voiced by Nancy Cartwright, who also voices one of the most famous characters in animation history, a character who is now also owned by Disney. Who is that character?
Is it Bart Simpson?
I'm sorry, Marissa. Congratulations, Sarah. You have won our inaugural round of Disney Trivia.
The last question?
Yeah, what's the last question?
The last question, and I am pretty sure that Sarah is going to get this one right as well. What famous actor and comedian, do you just want to answer now? It's a Disneyland question.
Is it Steve Martin?
It is Steve Martin, who worked in the magic shop on Main Street, USA in Disneyland.
Okay, I knew that too.
Yeah.
Like I said, limited.
You need to split up the Disneyland questions further, like closer to the beginning too. Sprinkle them in there.
For 2 people who barely got any questions right, I think I'm not the one who should be taking criticism for this.
Like I said, you need to give us a study guide next time.
Who made the questions?
Sarah says, Marissa from Chicago, this was an absolute blast. I hope everybody had as good of a time listening to it as we had recording it. Yes, I'm sure a lot of you got frustrated, but remember, I can guarantee there are things you don't know that Marissa and Sarah know very, very well. So thank you so much, and I'll talk to you both soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, thank you.
This has been episode 76 of Tall Guy Talks Travel with Rick Doherty. Don't forget, I'm raising money for Casa of Pinellas County in honor of my recent pilgrimage on Ireland's National Famine Way. I walked across Ireland to try and point a big spotlight on the problem of domestic violence and see if we could raise money for survivors. If you would take just a few minutes to donate $15 at casapinellas.org/walkwithrick/ I would really appreciate it. That is CASAPINELLAS.org/walkwithrick/. If just 20 people donate $15 today, we will raise $300 in one day to help survivors of domestic violence. Maybe you've already donated and just aren't in a great financial spot right now. We totally understand. Please do the free things like commenting, liking, sharing, and telling your friends. This fundraiser will continue through the end of October, so getting the word out there should really help us raise even more money for survivors of domestic violence. As I've said before, we have never made a dime off of this podcast, and it actually costs us money. Most podcasts and YouTube channels ask for money through various different means, and that is completely understandable. We're asking that instead of donating to our Patreon or Super Chats, that you just head to casapinellas.org/walkwithrick/ and help other people. Also, if you have a blog, vlog, or podcast, I would love the opportunity to be a guest to talk about my pilgrimage on Ireland's National Famine Way, as well as my fundraising efforts for Casa of Pinellas County. To reach the numbers we're hoping to reach to help survivors, we need to get the message in front of as many people as possible. Of course, we can also talk Disney, Universal, or any number of other topics. Feel free to reach out to me on Twitter at Rick_ear. Join us again next Thursday on Tall Guy Talks Travel with Rick Doherty, when I will have a detailed recap of Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival. You can expect reviews on food offerings, but also other entertainment involved with the very, very popular festival. That will lead into Marissa from Chicago returning to start a conversation that will span 2 episodes on what is right and what is wrong with Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. I can assure you we both have a lot of thoughts on that topic. Until then, have a great week.